Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, all praise, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to all you brothers that's faithfully and diligently continue to labor in his work. Shalom. All right, so I just want to go into another quick lesson, which this sitting is pretty much inspired by the elder Apostle Tahar in a video that he put up dealing with the fact that if you don't understand reincarnation, you don't understand the Bible. And that's a true statement, all right? Without that key ingredient of reincarnation, then you will never fully be able to digest this role, all right? You know, you might have somewhat a feel for the scriptures. You can, repeat or memorize scriptures and quote scriptures. Yet, if you don't have the knowledge of reincarnation, you're going to always run into a roadblock, so to speak. You're going to always have that ceiling, and you will never really ever get the full understanding of these scriptures, all right? So I want to just jump right into it. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, and starting at verse 23. The same day came to him the Sadducees, which say there is no resurrection, and asked him. Yeah, and I want to pretty much stop right there, all right, because you got these Sadducees, which when, to set the stage, basically, they was the oppositional force of the Lord, all right? They didn't believe in the resurrection. So that should tell you that the Lord, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, all right, which his name is Yahweh Shai, he was the advocate of the resurrection, all right? And when you go into that word resurrection, erect means to arise, and res means thing. And when you put the word together, it pretty much means thing arise, all right? So you had a Lord who was an advocate, or who taught, his teachings was centered around the resurrection, and you had these Sadducees to approach him who didn't believe in the resurrection, all right? Which, again, that word resurrection is pretty much interchangeable with reincarnation, all right? So this actually proves that even the Lord himself taught reincarnation, all right? So again, it says, the same day came to him the Sadducees, which say that there is no resurrection, and asked him, saying, Master, Moses said, if a man die, having no children, his brother shall marry his wife and raise up seed unto his brother. Now there were with us 7 brethren, and the first, when he had married a wife, deceased, and having no issue, left his wife unto his brother. Likewise the second also, and the third unto the 7th. And last of all, the woman died also. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife shall be of the 7, for they all had her. Now, verse 29, in the point, Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of the Most High. And that's the same sentiment we share, all right? That's the same thing Apostle Tahar said. You will never understand the scriptures without understanding reincarnation. And this is what Yahweh Shai saying. You err, not knowing the scriptures. Pretty much meaning you don't know about reincarnation, man. Because, at the beginning of this whole passage, you notice that these Sadducees didn't believe in the resurrection. So that was the very element or the catalyst to make them err from not knowing the scriptures altogether. See, you got to understand reincarnation, man, to get the fullness of these scriptures, all right? And pretty much reincarnation is not a hard concept to digest, all right? It's pretty much simple. It's basically the milk. And to prove that, when you go into Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, dealing with the curses, all right, we all know that that generation, those curses didn't affect them in that lifetime, all right? They never had yokes of iron on their neck. They never went into captivity on slave ships like the curses outline, all right? But when did it happen? It happened after they died. That generation died, and that generation arose again. That generation that Moses was speaking to was the same generation that came to the Americas, that was rounded up by their enemies, the so-called white man, out of the interiors of West Africa, man. That's when the curses came on them, after they died and they woke back up. And to prove that, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14 and verse 35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. Yeah, and that's what happened to those who the curses came on, all right? After they died, then the judgment came on them when they lived again. And that's simple, man. All right? That's why a lot of you people out there, you don't, you have a problem with the so-called white man. You pretty much look at it like, well, I got white friends, and that was their forefathers. My white buddy never did nothing to me. Yeah, that's because you don't understand reincarnation. You don't understand that these same so-called white people that's out here today is the very ones that put hell on you, man. They're your enemies, all right? So again, it says, for after death shall the judgment come when we shall live again, all right? And that's plain. That's reincarnation. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. Yeah, meaning if there's a kid laying in his room and a stray bullet, go through his window and kill him, then that means he was ungodly in his past life, all right? And that work declared his ungodliness, man. You have a guy to get hit by a car, a guy gets shot by the cops, all right? They die of some grievous disease, cancer. Well, that means that their ungodly works has been declared and that they past life caught up with them, all right? The Lord judged them in this lifetime, because you got to remember, the Lord is not on the same frequency we on, man, all right? This is the book of St. John, chapter 9 and verse 1. And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Yeah, and this is a straight up reincarnation verse, man. All right? Why would the disciples ask him who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Because they understood that he lived in a past life. He had a past life, man. That's the only way he would be able to sin. All right? Verse 3, and let's see that Yahushua cussed them out about this. Verse 3, Yahushua answered, neither have this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him. Yeah, so pretty much Yahushua, he didn't say, look, what are you talking about? All right? This man was born blind. How could he have sinned? No, the Lord said he didn't sin, neither his parents, but he was pretty much set up for the works of the Lord to be declared, all right? He was pretty much put on the scene so the Lord can heal him and give him his sight, all right, so that the name of the Lord could be magnified, all right? This was a case that was an exception, so to speak, all right? In this case, neither he or his parents sinned, all right? He was only set up so the works of the Lord could be magnified. But this further proves that you come on the scene, all right? Whatever wickedness you commit when you die, your spirit go back to the Most High. Then the Lord judge you and you come back and then you play out your judgment. As simple as that, man, all right? This is the book of Job, chapter 19. I'll start at verse 25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. Yeah, so this is Job speaking, and he's speaking about Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. He said, he know that his Redeemer liveth, and he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. Now you got to ask yourself, why is Job concerned about the latter day if he's going to die and going to go to heaven? He shouldn't have no concern about the latter day and who's going to stand on the earth, all right? But as we read on, you're going to see why he made that statement. Verse 26, and though after my skin worms destroyed this body, yet in my flesh shall I see the Most High. Yes, let me read this again. It says, and though after my skin worms destroyed this body, yet in my flesh shall I see the Most High. So how could worms destroy his body, but yet in his flesh he's still going to see the Lord? Because this is reincarnation, man. He's speaking about when that body die, it's going to decay, then he's going to get a new body, all right? That's why he said, yet in his flesh he's still going to see the Lord, which means Job is out here today, man. waiting on the Lord to make that return. All right? Verse 27, whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another, though my reins be consumed within me. Yeah, so Job, he clearing up any doubt that you might have had about what he spoke in the previous two precepts. He's saying, look, with his own eyes he gonna see him, not another. It ain't nobody gonna report back to him what happened. No, his own eyes is gonna see when the Lord return, man. All right? And not only Job, but all people that saw Yahushua is gonna see him when he returned. And to prove that, this is Revelation chapter 1. And verse 7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. Yeah, so when you go into the history, when Yahushua was put to death on that cross, you had a Roman soldier to pierce his side. All right? So have the Lord came back yet? No. So how will the person that pierced him even see him? Because the person that pierced him is back, man. All right? So let's read it again. Revelation 1 and 7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. This has not been fulfilled yet. We waiting on this day. And they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen. Yeah, so every eye gonna see him, even the eye which pierced him. This is clear reincarnation, man, clearly, all right? So yeah, I hope this lesson was edifying, and till the next time I say shalom.